Hi, I'm Franze, and for Unit 3, I will be discussing Chapter 3, Question 2, which is when considering the business of transnational media, what has changed in terms of the technology and systems of global communication? When I first went to answer this question, the first answer that came to my mind was so much has changed. And as chapter 3 discusses, the internet has caused there to be a huge change in this area. But my thought went on to consider if it was really so much that has changed, or is it just the internet that has made it appear that this is what makes it feel that way. As Kamalipour discusses in chapter 3, page 46, internet and broadband have changed the very way that we live from an economic standpoint to a business standpoint as well. Economically, Kamalipour discusses on page 46 how, due to the immersion of the internet, quote, broadband is a foundation for economic growth, global competitiveness, job creation, and has enhanced the quality of living. Today, more than half of the world's population growth more than half of the world's population lives in urban areas. By the year 2025, China alone will create an additional 81 cities due to population growth and migration, which really blew my mind. He goes on to say that this shift towards urbanization is inevitably going to require city planning and general preparedness. He discusses smart cities and how these cities, quote, utilize communication and information technology for the purpose of managing people and resources in highly efficient and sustainable ways, end quote. A big change to the transnational media world has been electronic commerce. Electronic commerce represents the ability to sell goods and services electronically via the internet. This is on page 47. Kamalipour goes on to say that the strength and delivery reach of electronic commerce has created a vast global playing field where buyers and sellers from around the world are free to participate. Another term Kamalipour discusses is that electronic commerce is tied into this exchange efficiency. On page 47, he discusses how this concept, which is closely related to management theory, has the goal of, quote, creating the optimum conditions through which a consumer can obtain a product or service, end quote. Electronic commerce utilizes supply chain management, a business model that, quote, takes into consideration the entire set of linking steps necessary to produce and deliver a product to the end consumer, end quote. This concept takes into consideration not just the end product, but every step of the process: warehouses, transporters, retailers, and the customers. A major way business has been changed due to the internet when it comes to transnational media is constant information updates that are easily available to consumers and producers. So my original thought, which was so much, or is it just the internet that makes it seem that way? Well, it's really both of those are true, as I will go on to discuss. Kamalipour states on page 47, quote, everyone involved in the supply chain is both a supplier and a customer and requires timely, up-to-date information. Therefore, information and the power of intelligent networking is key. It is at the heart of time-based competitiveness, end quote. These concepts and relatively new business concepts are vital to important TNMCs such as Amazon, Apple, and Netflix, who, as the book states, are regularly fulfilling customer orders on a global basis and whose business is time sensitive. Electronic commerce and the power of intelligent networking have made such companies transnational in scope and operations. They have truly globalized the shopping experience, end quote. The Sue in Chapter 4 discusses in detail just how global and massive these companies are. I'm sure that all of you remember that from Chapter 4, where he just goes into great detail about all of the major companies and strongholds in the communication market areas. And it really just shows how wide their reach really is. In an article that delves into Amazon's marketing strategy titled Amazon.com Marketing Strategy, a business case study from a website called Smart Insights, it delves into how, thanks to the development and continued growth of the internet, Amazon has flourished, and that is to say the very least. In July 2020, Amazon reported a 43.4% increase in North American sales and 33.5% worldwide revenue growth in the second quarter of 2020. Online sales of groceries have tripled as consumers went online in large numbers to buy food during the coronavirus pandemic. And Amazon increased its grocery delivery capacity by 160%. And then it just goes on to discuss what we can learn from studying Amazon's marketing strategy. It also had a whole section devoted to the importance of technology and an increased focus on artificial intelligence and machine learning. According to founder and CEO Jeff Bezos, technology is very important to supporting this focus on the customer. In their 2010 annual report, Amazon 2011, he said, "Look inside a current textbook on software architecture, and you'll find new patterns that we don't apply at Amazon. We use high-performance transaction systems, complex rendering and object caching, workflow and queuing systems, business intelligence and data analytics, machine learning and pattern recognition, neural networks, and probabilistic decision making, and a wide variety of other techniques." So as you can tell, they really try to utilize every just possible branch of technology that's out there to streamline their services that they provide. Another way Amazon is remaining at the top is by utilizing cloud services and new apps like Amazon Go. I could continue down this rabbit hole forever. As due to this assignment, I am now probably going to get in trouble and download Amazon Go, which I learned way too much about. So I will stop here. Thank you for listening to my video, and I look forward to watching all of your videos and to your feedback. I hope y'all all have a good day and take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.